SB 1452 would expand current law to allow students who receive free or reduced lunches at school and Title I students to qualify for ESAs, which are empowerment scholarship accounts.
Yeah, I think one of the big problems too is that, again, we have this problem with kindergartners. So allow kindergartners who had never enrolled in school before to receive an ESA, which is essentially going to allow for the large ballooning of enrollment, because the original theory was that only students who switch from public school to private school would receive an ESA, a voucher. And so letting kindergartners in without having attended public school pretty much negates the entire argument that it saves money, because we're not requiring funding for public school first.
It also changes the requirement that a student be enrolled in a public school for 100 days before they're eligible for an ESA. It knocks that down to, in addition to prospective kindergarten students, like Chris said, it knocks that down to just 30 days. So that pretty much eliminates that argument as well, that it's for a student who tried it in a public school and it wasn't quite working out for whatever their educational needs are. I think most people can agree that 30 days in any school environment is not enough to figure out if that's really a good fit for a student or not.
All right, so this expansion is also going to expand some of the qualified expenditures that ESA monies can use for. So there's going to include educational therapies for any amount that's not going to be covered by insurance, as well as public transportation services. This can include commuter passes or any kind of commercial transportation to bring these ESA kids to their schools. And then does anyone want to talk about the allocation of monies to the from the classroom site fund?
Yeah, so I think that's the last thing that's pretty egregious about this, is that it takes money that's earmarked by the voters essentially from the outset to go to teacher pay for public schools, districts, and charters, and it puts it in. It splits that up so that a portion of that would go to the ESA account holder. And so, again, it's just a way to, we believe, just increase the amount of the ESA because, ironically, a lot of private schools are too expensive to pay tuition at when you just use the basic state allocation for public schools. And so the ESA program has been marked by a concerted effort to increase those dollars pretty much every year since the inception. So all around, ASBA does not agree with the bill, obviously, and we would hope that it's defeated. So we'll see what happens.